To the worldwide status, we ain't gonna stop till we hit the top. Gonna rock the place we play for, make the haters drop with that pop, pop, pop. Yeah, I'm back, not as true, with Trace Line Lives, Mikey Who. You know what, I rap kid, and I hear you talking shit.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Max Andre Show. This is my first interview that I'm doing. It's gonna be with my good buddy Trace. Trace, why don't you say hello to people?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Alright, man. Now, I'm sure that many of us are wondering exactly, why did you start making music?
It's kind of funny. Guitar Hero actually inspired me to pick up a guitar and start playing. So, around the age of 8, or I think it was 8. Pretty sure I was 8 years old. Picked up a guitar and started teaching myself, how to play, reading tabs, Ever since then, just started learning how to play more instruments and singing and rapping and,
Well, now, as a side note, I'm aware that you're doing screams as well. How is that going for you?
It's alright. I mean, yeah, I'm no Craig Mabbott, but, I'm really inspired by Deuce, when it comes to rap core, so, he kind of threw the screams in there, and I thought it was really cool. It shows, gives that anger off, gives a more rugged feel to the song. So whenever I have like an angry type song, just throw in some screams and yeah.
Well, from what I've heard of some of your music so far, you could improve, but you're screamer than me, so I'm not gonna, dog you on it.
Oh yeah, exactly. I could definitely can improve. There's definitely room for improvement.
I'm enjoying your screams and all your music so far. But the one thing that's been bugging me is, when I first found out about you, you were nothing more than BC9 Lies on Chaotix mixtape. Why did you have all these names? You went from BC to Bricky, and then to Trace.
Well, see, BC9 Lies, it's a total misconception. That wasn't really ever my name. I had a radio station online. You used to have one too. The Now In, yeah. And that was BC 9 Lives Radio, because we played a bunch of Deuce and stuff like that. And I guess people thought my name was BC 9 Lives, so ever since then, people have been calling me that and stuff like that. But, really, it just started out as BC, my initials, because I couldn't really think of anything. At the time, I just wanted to release some music, so I just go with whatever name sticks, and Trace has, just stuck with me for a while. Bricky was a nickname that I got from family, friends, and, so I tried that out. Didn't really stick musically, but,
Yeah, I know exactly how it is with the nicknames. Back in the day, I had the nickname of Jibby, and I'm not exactly sure how or why I got the nickname. I just came up one day and people were just like, "Hey, Lil Jibby," and I'm like, "Yeah." And there I started doing freestyle. Yeah, it's just escalated from there, and here I am now doing your interview.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk about, there's a certain piece that you don't even have anymore. I don't think anybody has anymore. The comeback.
Oh, jeez.
Let's talk about the comeback. I've only heard 2 or 3 songs from it, and I don't even have them anymore. But I want to hear from your opinion. What did you think of that?
Well, I listened to it like a few months ago, and I just cringed, dude. It's just not my best work, not close to my best work whatsoever. And I don't know. I'm glad that's off the internet, to be honest with you. I'm glad I could contain it. A few people have it, but it's gone for the most part.
But isn't it good, like, knowing that how far you've gone from, like, looking back on that, being like, hey, I started out there and I've improved this much. Isn't that just like a good thing to think about?
It's good for me to think about it, yeah. Everybody improves as an artist as long as you keep working at it. Some people, their old stuff works. Like, I don't even know what to give for an example, but some people, their old stuff works and people love it. That wasn't my case whatsoever.
Jay Mayhem, that's a perfect example. Back when Jay Mayhem was Collision.
Yeah.
I still bump it back when he was known as JD.
Well, I haven't heard that much.
No one has them. I'm the only one who has them. He doesn't want nobody to have them. They were his first sex tracks. It was fun.
Jay Mayhem, if you're listening to this, man, you're a douche for not hooking me up with that.
I don't even think he has them anymore.
Oh, I bet that's interesting to hear.
Now, I can't remember exactly how long ago it was, but you put out a piece called We Don't Stop Part 1.
Yeah.
Now, the Part 1 has me curious. Will there be a sequel?
You know, I have been asked this a few times. No, I don't know, maybe eventually. But, as of now, I'm focusing on other things right now. But, basically that was just a promotional type EP. There was only like 5 or 6 tracks on it. Decent, I'm not gonna lie, they were decent, but I might redo those tracks, I don't know yet.
Worldwide Status with Scotty Seam was one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. I liked Lights Out. That was my favorite. I might redo that soon, I don't know yet.
I think that you need to add more growls on the Lights Out. I think that could be turned into a heavy screamo song.
I'm not going for a screamo one on that one. That one's more of like a, fed up with all your shit.
Yeah, so like that's the vibe I got from it. I kind of figured that the screams would go good for it. Like 3 songs, or just songs about that, screaming, growls, just dark vocals, dark wording in general.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe.
Now, your latest official full release is the I'm a Rapper EP.
Oh yeah.
Tell us a little about that. What was the inspiration behind that and its track?
That was a really bitter EP. I was really bitter writing that one. I wrote a lot of the tracks based on what I was dealing with personally. I used to be in a band with a bunch of cool guys. My opinions have changed on some of them now. I'm still friends with the guitarist and everything. Yeah, we'll go into that later, maybe, I don't know. But, used to be in this cool band, and then they kicked me out of the band that I made with the guitarist, so kind of sucks. But they kicked me out, and since they kicked me out, and they were all the popular kids in school, I was like a reject after that, and everybody's been giving me crap about rapping and making music and stuff like that. If you listen to the lyrics, look at the lyrics, you can tell that, it's basically telling those kids to shut up, that I don't really care what they think, because I'm just going to keep going.
It kind of seems like you have a Deuce feel to that. How Deuce got kicked out of HU.
Right.
Went on to do bigger and better things. They're doing better things just like HU's doing their better things. Just like you're a little Deuce, basically.
Yeah, basically. Like, I've got over 200 likes on Facebook when they have nothing. And they got their parents for a fan base when I got, a good amount of people for some local kid in New Hampshire. I mean, come on. It's pretty decent.
Yeah. My favorite track on that whole thing, though, is Smack 'Em featuring Cryptic Wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
How did you manage to pull that off?
What do you mean, the collab or the song in general?
The collab. Cryptic is one of my all-time favorite artists. I know plenty of other artists are like they love him so much, and he's getting booked. I think he has a show coming up in Utah soon. But he's on his way to becoming famous. He's going to the top. He's rising just as quick as anybody I know.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he has time for just minor people like you and me. We have you mentioning, or me and you mentioning that song that you did with him. That's going to get them looking at you and him. If you're good enough to work with him, and vice versa, that's going to get your fan base up.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You work together. Basically, though, the reason why I'm a Rapper is for free is because it was all non-profit, I didn't own the rights to everything on it.
Mm-hmm.
That song I got off of SoundClick.com, and, I wanted to keep his hook in there, so I decided, not to buy it and to use it for non-profit use, which is completely fine. That's exactly what the download button is for on SoundClick, as long as you use it for non-profit. So, but it's really cool, Cryptic Wisdom, he's awesome. He has a sweet voice and awesome voice. Really rugged and, sick track. I like it.
Now, just from the feel of the whole thing, from the beginning to the end, it makes me wonder: are you gonna continue it? Is there any form of continuation of the I'm a Rapper EP? Is there gonna be a full-length album, an LP, or a mixtape about it?
You know, I'm not sure. I haven't really thought that far ahead. Basically, right now, I'm working with a new band, and for my rapping and stuff, I'm working with my buddy DJ Hype. You know, he's still in the picture, surprisingly. We've been working on stuff, working on more rapcore. We're gonna add more guitar, you know, more drums, heavier feel to it. It's gonna be good. The newer stuff that we're working on right now, it's definitely pretty good.
I definitely can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, man, me neither, actually, because we haven't started recording it just yet.
Now, I believe this is your latest release, and I might be wrong, but this is the latest that I have. Throw Your Hands Up with Chaotic Animosity.
Yeah.
That's going to be on the Two Rhymes mixtape, am I right?
That mixtape is we kind of decided to trash it, but that is definitely the latest release I have made so far, yes. It's definitely one of my favorites.
Well, I thought that was absolutely amazing, just from the fact that originally ISD was dissing Chaotic, and I've actually found a hidden group for ISD members to diss KO.
Oh, really?
I have posted this, and I'm thinking that is bullshit. Like, I'm okay with Hazardous and all the people in ISD. I have no beef against anybody, except for Glitch. I hate you, and I will fucking diss you, and I hope you hear this bitch. But that's not, if he's not for this is your interview.
Right.
Like, I don't, like, I just thought that was like kind of like a smack in the face to ISD. It's like, hey, I'm part of ISD, but if I'm part of it, you're gonna have to deal with KO because he's like him, right?
No, actually, not at all. Like, when all that beef is going down, Chaotic is my homie. That guy got me started rapping. He helped me from day one. I'm never gonna, no matter what, I'm not turning my back on that dude. He's helped me, he's given me advice, he collabed with me, like, from the first week I started recording. Like, you can't just turn it back on that guy. I had this track, you know, I got the Get Crunk remix, Throw Your Hands Up, and at first I was thinking, alright, you know, maybe Hazardous or someone would like to get on this, so I asked Hazardous, and then I rethought about it, because I had another track for Hazardous. I was like, you know what? I think I got somebody that would fit this track better, but, you know, got another track for you. Message Chaotic, and, you know, I showed him, and he's like, dude, I'd love to hop on that verse. It's like, sweet, let me get you on there. So, we basically did that to try and calm the beef down, because it was really stupid. I'm pretty sure everything's good now, everything's all calm. It's good. That's what we were going for.
That's great, because personally, I like 3/4 of the artists that are in ISD are some of my favorites, and when I hate to see two of my favorite artists, you know, dissing each other. I hate that. Like back in the day of like 9 Live Soldiers Paradise Radio, we had Chaotic and Glitch, you know, Skinny Jeans versus Big Weenie. You know, there was a big beef between them two, and at the time, those were my two favorite artists.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to think about that. Like, I hated the fact that they were both dissing each other, and on the radio, I was afraid to play either one of their songs, and the other one was in the chat. You know, I didn't want to be starting nothing. I didn't want them to think I have, like, you know, I just didn't want anything to, like, go out.
Yeah, exactly.
But, your old band, Red Means Go.
Yeah.
What exactly happened between you guys?
Nothing really happened. We're all still working together. Are you thinking of my old band? Because that's where all the beef was.
Well, see, I didn't know you before Red Means Go, so I thought that Red Means Go was your old band.
No, man, no. I was in the band. We had many names as well, actually, because we couldn't decide on one, but ended up being Remember Tomorrow. We decided to call it that. Yeah, that's basically where my departure from them, you know, where my rapping started. And some of the members in that band were the reason behind the I'm a Rapper EP and Story of a Bitch and stuff like that.
Alright, so is there any official, like, album releases from Red Means Go? Or is there any releases from your old band as well? Or?
We had originals in the making. We put up a bunch of covers. We had a show in Nottingham, in New Hampshire, And we were actually getting somewhere. We were starting to do more local shows. But then once they kicked me out, it went all downhill for them, basically, and they all split up. But, yeah, like, that all happened the worst way possible, really. Or one of the worst ways, actually.
Now, I'm aware that you've recently started a new band called Sink or Swim.
Right, yeah.
Where did you come up with the name of that, and what made you decide to start that whole new band in general?
Funny you say that. Basically, I read this book about Sully from Godsmack, the lead singer. The way they got their name was a reference from an Alice in Chains song that they really love. And then they started using that term, and then it just stuck. They decided to be called Godsmack. So I listen to my favorite songs, and, you know, I listen to Sink or Swim by Falling in Reverse. And, you know, I thought about it, and it makes perfect sense that we were to be called that, because we're putting our all into this band. You know, we're working hard. It's either you sink or you swim.
You know, that's actually some really inspirational words. So if anybody out there who's going to be watching this interview decides that you wanted to start a band, just remember, you got to put everything into it, all of your effort.
Exactly. You don't.
It's a one-man thing.
You don't want to be worried about what people say. I mean, people, no matter what you do, people are going to hate you. Look at Machine Gun Kelly, for example. The dude is an amazing rapper, and he gets so much hate, and I don't understand it. But he keeps going, and he's getting famous, so.
And speaking of MJK, you have all these underground artists and all these mainstream artists. All in all, who are your favorite artists from both the underground and the mainstream?
Well, you know, anybody who knows me knows that Deuce is definitely my favorite artist. He's my idol. I look up to the dude. He's a really cool guy too. If you ever get a chance to meet him, really cool guy. I like Craig Mabbitt. You know, he's one of my favorite vocalists. Ronnie Radke. Basically, last year, I think it was last year or the year before that, I was so into Avenged Sevenfold. Just bands like that, you know.
So you're more in the rock side versus the hip hop side, right?
Oh, no doubt, yeah. But I feel for me, hip hop is an easier way. Rap, you know, an easier way to get things off your chest, and an easier way to explain things that are going on in your life. So that's why I make hip hop rap music.
Now, when it comes down to collabs, is there anything that you actually look for, like with other people? And you, like, if you had, say, Collision versus Chaotic, which one of those would be your favorite? Would you pick the favorite one over the one that you haven't worked with in a while? Or, like, how would you pick your collabs?
It all depends, really. I mean, if that were the case, I'd just, you know, throw two verses on there and let them both hop on. But, the way I really choose my collabs is what works the best. Like, me and Chaotic Animosity, I think we kill tracks. People love them. People love them. Like, I haven't gotten a bad response from a track me and Chaotic have done. People like Chaotic's verse more than mine, which I completely understand, but I haven't heard anything. Oh, the other dude sucks. Chaotic's the only good part, you know? I haven't heard any of that.
Neither have I. And I mean,
I think me and Chaotic work really well together.
And I don't think I've seen any negative feedback on your YouTube account either when it comes down to looking at your videos.
It's more of in person, like in my school and stuff like that, the school that I go to.
Well, fuck the people you're at school with. Screw them all. They don't care.
You know what, dude? In 3 years, I'm gonna look back and be like, wow, that was really stupid. 2 years even, actually. I'm gonna look back and be like, none of that mattered. Let them say what they want. At least they're talking about me, right?
Haters make you famous. That's how it rolls.
Oh, hell yeah, man. You know?
So out of every single track that you've done, or any track that you have that you haven't finished or that you haven't released, what is your favorite of all time?
It's a hard one. I got a really good one coming up. It's a When We Ride remix. Yeah, I'm gonna ruin the surprise right now. It's a remix called Don't You Try. And, it's basically going at this person that, locally, that's been giving me a bunch of shit. And, you know, me and DJ Hype, we're just gonna tell him what's up, show him the song, you know. It's definitely gonna be one of my favorites, but, I think Story of a Bitch will always be my favorite.
Now, on this Women Ride remix, do you actually have the Dead and Ditches instrumental?
It's a remake. It's a remake of the instrumental.
I've been looking for the original. That was going to be the original Hollywood's Dead instrumental, but I couldn't find that anywhere, so I went with my second option.
Yeah, sadly, they don't release that, and,
Dude should probably release it if he wanted to, but I don't blame him for not.
Yeah.
But since you, I believe, are on a tight schedule, we're going to wrap this up with one final question.
Alright, yeah.
On your I'm a Rapper EP, your final track is a snippet of what I believe is to come. It's called I'm Not Just a Rapper. It's roughly 40 to 45 seconds long. Explain that to us. What was the inspiration behind it? Just tell us about that track for us.
It's actually, that's not the name of the actual track, obviously, but, basically I have it right here on my computer. It's basically just showing I don't just talk over, you know, beats. I don't just speak rhythm, you know, I can't even talk right now. I don't just rap, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I do more than just that, you know, I expand my musical horizon, if you will. You know, I do different things, I try different things, I experiment, and I do whatever works.
Now, in addition to that, I do believe that a while back, I saw something on one of Jay Mayhem's posts, back when you first released that EP. Was there like a certain kind of metal, screamo kind of collab going on between you guys at the time, or?
Yeah, we were gonna do we had plans on doing a very heavy, like, hardcore EP mixtape type thing together. Like a collab, like every song would be me and him doing some heavy metal shit, you know? But that idea just kind of died down. We both got too busy to do it. So eventually, maybe it'll happen. You know, Jay Mayhem, he's a cool dude. I you know, don't have any problem working with him.
Well, all right. So, Trace, thank you for taking the time out of your day to let me interview you.
Oh yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Whenever you feel like you want to have another one, just hit me up. If you want to do one before your next release, just let me know and we'll work something out.
For sure.
Everybody, so that you know, you can find Trace on Facebook, YouTube. You can find me on just about anywhere that's popular. I believe, Trace, you also have a Twitter, am I right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, he's on Twitter. All the info is down in the description for YouTube. I do believe that that's all the time we have. Trace, I will be talking to you later. See you, everybody.
Alright, man. See ya. Thank you.
Anytime. Later.
Nothing to get you.